On today's episode of the Real Recovery Podcast, episode number 97, we're joined by Quentin for an honest and unfiltered conversation about what happens when recovery doesn't go as planned. Quentin shares openly about relapse, incarceration, accountability, and the hard reality of facing the consequences of his choices, without excuses and without hiding. This episode dives into humility, personal responsibility, and the power of community support in choosing to come back after falling down. It's a reminder that recovery isn't about perfection. It's about honesty, ownership, and continuing to show up, even when it's hard.
Hello, and welcome to the Real Recovery Podcast. I'm Julie, your co-host. On this journey of healing and transformation, together with my co-host Peter, we dive into the heart of recovery, sharing stories that resonate with courage and inspiration.
That's right, Julie. Each episode is a new chapter in this vast narrative of recovery, and we're honored to bring them to you. But keep in mind, the perspectives you'll hear are for informational purposes only and may not reflect the views of the podcast or our partners.
Indeed, while these conversations can be a powerful part of your recovery toolkit, they are not substitute for professional medical advice. We encourage you to seek guidance from your healthcare provider for any treatment-related decisions.
And if you're facing an immediate crisis, or if you just need to talk to someone who understands, don't hesitate to call the Recovery Crisis Line at 503-223-8569. That number is also on our website. Help is available 24/7.
Now let's begin our episode
Of recovery, real recovery.
Hey, welcome to the Real Recovery Podcast. This is Julie.
And this is Peter.
And we're with my friend Quentin, my man.
Hello. Welcome.
Thanks for having
I'm
me.
so excited you're here.
I'm excited to be here.
Just so you know, this is going to be one of our first episodes of next year. That's what we're recording for. So happy New Year.
Okay.
Happy 2026.
Heck yeah.
As we
Yeah.
sit by Peter's beautiful Christmas tree. Justin, see the snow on it? Justin puts all those pieces of snow.
Wow.
I think we'll have to take a picture and post it so people know
For
what.
real, because that's some serious dedication.
It is. Look,
Yeah.
the first time I saw it, I was like, oh my God, that's the prettiest tree I've ever seen.
Yeah, I definitely would have got some spray snow and called it a day.
I love it.
But yeah,
I
he
have
did
a
his
tree that was $39.99 and I had a coupon to get a percentage off. And Cassandra and I put it up every year and make it beautiful. I don't know how, but we do.
Heck
So
yeah.
welcome to the show. I'm
Thank
excited.
you.
You just celebrated.
4 years.
Yes, very
awesome.
excited.
Yep.
I'm very excited because some people you connect with, some people you just see and you're associates with, and some people you bond with, you know what I mean? And I feel like I liked you when we were at the first run, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I made him come to my car. I'm like, look, I got like these plants. I had 20 plants in my car
Right.
from Friends of Trees.
Oh, wow.
And I
All in
made the
back, all
runners.
in the trunk.
Yep, cookies. And he was like, can I get another cookie? So that was a good day.
Yeah.
Duke was in the run. He had a number and my dog.
Your dog, yeah.
Yeah, he
For
went up
people who don't know.
he went up on the Parks and Recreation's website. They took a picture of him in the run because he was so cute.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah. And I cheated on the run. It's a program of honesty. I did walk.
Mhm.
I walked 2.5 laps, and then on the last one, I cut through.
That's all right.
Yeah, so
We do what we can.
we do. So we see you a lot at
Yeah.
a lot of different events.
Yeah.
We have for the last couple of years. So tell me your path and how you got to recovery. Unlike a meeting, this isn't 10 minutes. And I'm really close with your sponsor
Yes.
for a lot of years.
Yes.
I call him Daddy. I won't lie. There's a really good story behind that. And it's not sugar daddy. It's just daddy.
Ho daddy.
Yeah.
Ho daddy.
Daddy's a hoe. So
Ho
yeah.
daddy.
The
I've heard a couple
stories.
stories. Yep.
Have you heard his podcast?
Yeah, I did.
It's
I heard
good.
his episode. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was good.
Yeah.
Can I tell you that I was out with him eating pizza known him for at least a decade, 12 years. And I didn't know about the bullet in him.
Oh, yeah.
And he
that
told
was
me, and I'm
crazy.
eating pizza, and I'm like, shut up. So if
Mhm.
you haven't heard it,
Roger.
Roger, and
Yeah.
it's a really good one. And Roger is so honorable.
Yeah, I
and
think
so
it's
loyal.
5 or 6 or
It's
7.
in the very beginning.
It's very
Yeah.
early on.
It's right either before or after Colette's.
It's after.
It was the same day. So it's really good. And he's a character.
Yeah.
And when Peter had cancer,
Oh, yeah. He was there for me. He used to volunteer at the cancer center. And so he was able to get in and showed up. And I'm like, Roger, what are you doing here? It was great.
Roger's a
he'll get on
sweetheart.
your ass about a meeting and a heartbeat.
Mhm.
Look, he'll get on your ass.
Don't I know?
Look,
Yes.
don't I know? Okay. I will tell you the worst year of my life. And that was recently, like 4 years ago. I was working too much and he came to see me 4 different times at work.
At work. Yep.
It's my man.
For sure.
So, how did you get started in the drug business, the drinking business? I think it's even more, how was your childhood? How do we get there?
I was going to go there because
Awesome.
I think it's necessary to have to go that far back. I was a quiet kid. I was a smart kid. I pretty much always did good in school. I had friends, but also I was cool with being by myself. I think I learned just where I come from. I learned early that I had to be reserved and not show everybody all of me. I feel like my family would shame you for things. So when I grew up and I'm learning certain things about myself, I think I just already knew that those were things that I had to hide from my
Feel
family.
comfortable.
Yeah. I came out as trans in high school.
How hard was that?
You said, what was that?
I said, how hard was that?
It was terrifying.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
At the time, we're in 2025 right now. The trans conversation has been had and is being had a lot now, more so than in 2000. And my grandma is a pastor. I knew that wasn't going to go well.
Yeah.
Before coming out as trans, I just came out as gay. But I always knew that wasn't really true. It's deeper than that.
I understand.
And that was an issue. And so then coming out as trans, I've already given you a little piece of myself, but now I'm giving you a little more. It was like even worse.
Did they think it was just a phase?
Of course. Of course.
And can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
So I met you as Quentin. Okay. I just thought you were Quentin. I've just loved you
I'm
as
very passable.
It's not even passable. I feel like it's who you are in your heart.
For sure.
I see you in some Timberlands and I'm like, that's my G. You know what I'm saying? I'm dead serious,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And it seems simple in my heart for you.
Thank you.
You broke my heart a little bit on your 4th birthday. You just mentioned your grandma.
Yeah.
And I don't want to cry, but man, is she missing out on you.
Yeah.
For real. You are exceptional.
Thank you.
It makes me sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your grandma's a pastor
Yeah.
and missing out.
Yeah.
Don't make me say no more. As a mama.
Yeah. And luckily, my cousins were pretty much always cool and respectful for the most part. They asked a few questions, and after that, my cousins were on board. And my mom has came around as well. But yeah, my grandma and my aunts it was a lot of like, I mean, you could just be gay, but like, we accept you having a girlfriend, but like, why do you have to have a beard? Like, why do you have to have surgery? Don't cut yourself. Why would you cut yourself? It was a lot of that. And, like, we like to, be like, have that I don't give a fuck attitude. You don't care what people think.
But you do.
But we are human, and you absolutely do care about what the people you love think about you.
Yeah.
I think you just want love and acceptance back.
Yeah.
I get it. I had a girlfriend and my mom saw us walking down the street holding hands. And my mother said, if I ever see you do that again. And I was scared, like, to be in that block. Yeah, for real. So I do understand. And
Yeah, I was definitely told, yeah, you're going to go to hell, you and your girlfriend. And as a kid, I do have a higher power. I call my higher power God. As a kid, I would talk to God all the time. And I feel like God was the first person who I ever told my feelings to. So when I liked my first girl, I was scared. I was scared to like her. And I would pray about it all the time. And I would be like, God, please take my feelings away. I don't want to go to hell. I know this is wrong. Please.
You thought it was wrong?
Yeah, because that's the way I was raised. I was told that that it was wrong.
Yeah, I was in the same way. But gay was a perverted, going to hell, sin, all of it. And that's why couldn't talk to God, because that's my view of God was this horrible, against everything I am.
Yeah.
So it was difficult. And and I just wanted to be part of.
Yeah.
I wanted to fit in, and I don't know. It's hard to describe.
You just want to be normal, whatever that is.
Yeah,
you want to be deemed that.
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel like I grew a lot of shame from that. And it just taught me not to open up anymore. Because it was like I got in trouble once I did.
No,
I told you about me, and I got reprimanded for that.
Do you think that's where, I don't know what your drug of choice is?
Alcohol.
So do you think that's where the drinking came in?
So that's interesting, because I remember being exposed to alcohol like as early as 5, because I remember the house that I lived in. My family we'd have family gatherings and things like that. And I remember me and my cousins would be like, oh, let's go sip from our parents' cup so we can get dizzy.
Yeah. I remember that too.
Yeah. And
shit, my mom would give you a wine spritzer. Okay. No, seriously.
Yeah.
I thought it was a big deal. Some sparkling ginger ale and some wine.
Yeah. And like back then, it wasn't as serious as it is now. I have to say that, because we're in a different time now. And back then, I don't think these adults were trying to be malicious or anything, because as I've grown up and I hear stories now, that's how they grew up.
Right.
Yeah, they would give us sips from our cup. I've heard my aunt say it many times growing up and being in like middle school. I'd rather have my kids do it at home than go out and I don't know what happens, or somebody put something else in their drink. I pretty much did have occasions where I could just, easily and freely get a drink. I would be at parties as a kid, and an adult would be making drinks and passing them out and be like, oh, do you want one? Sometimes I would say yes. Sometimes I would say no.
Oh, my family drank, except for my Aunt Patty. Go Aunt Patty.
There was somebody close to me who drank a lot. And I didn't like that. And it affected me negatively and our relationship negatively. So I guess those would be the times I would say no, when I would think about that and be mindful of that. But I noticed that as I grew, I was more of a binge drinker. Something would happen and I would get alcohol.
So when you had a problem, you would drink. That's how you become a problem drinker, for those of you who don't know. But no, I understand.
So like at age 19, I remember I worked at UPS. I had a best friend who worked at the same place. I had my first girlfriend, my high school sweetheart. We break up. I had him getting me two freaking 40 of Old English. Do you know what that
Oh,
is?
yes.
You can see some spirits with some old English.
Right. You can split a 40 and be lit.
I can't even drink like that.
And
but yeah.
I was having my buddy, I was 19, he was 21.
Okay.
Taking him to the store every day and having him give me two 40s.
Wow. And you'd finish those off.
We would get off work, go to his house. I would drink one, and he would tie the bag up in this like crazy knot because he's motherfucker. If you gonna drive home, you can't drink both of these and go home. And I would drink one, and I would be lit by the time I left his house. And I'd drive home, and I'd immediately pop the other one up and
Kudos
drink
to
that.
him for not letting you drink too. Like seriously,
he did what he could. Okay.
Kudos to him for
He
tying
did
up
what
the
he
bag.
could.
No,
Yeah.
like
It was like
first,
this crazy ass knot I can never get out. Like, so yeah.
when you said tie up the bag, to be honest with you, I thought you were talking about weed, but okay.
No,
Yeah,
no, the bag that the 40 was in.
I love it.
What happened next? So yeah, I would just live my life. I've always worked, and fortunately and unfortunately, I never ruined a relationship due to me drinking, except for the one with myself, which is ultimately the most important fucking one.
I can see you're a sensitive guy. I can see it in relationships and stuff, right? You have a big heart.
And the majority, I have all these girl cousins. There's only 3 boys in my age group. And so fortunately, the cousins that I am closest with are older than me. So I'd always hear their relationship stories and how stupid boys are. So they would always call me and be like, don't do that. We don't like that. We hate that. Do this. Oh, you see how he did that? We like that. Do that.
So you learn to be the right way.
I do all right.
There you go. I love that.
Yeah. I think in 2016 was probably when my drinking started to ramp up a lot more. That same high school sweetheart, we have made up and broken up 3,047 times.
Oh my God. So can I give you some advice?
What?
Don't go backwards, only go forwards.
Hell yeah.
If you broke up for a reason, it was for a reason.
It took so long to learn. And
I'm not saying you can't hit it and quit it, right?
3,047 times. Like I said, you would think.
I'm not saying you can't hit it and quit it, but I'm saying
but I should have quit
backwards.
I was hitting it and then staying. I should have quit it.
I'll leave you and love you and leave you. Heartbeat. Yeah.
I'm trans again. Obviously, we didn't have a baby, but she had a baby.
And you ain't the daddy.
I'm the daddy, but I'm not the biological father.
You knew what I meant.
And so, yeah. So I think that helped for me to not go downhill as quickly.
Because there was a child
having
involved.
my son around. Yes.
I love that.
It was interesting to me because I was terrified. And we were together during the pregnancy, some of the pregnancy. That was the scariest shit ever. And
how lucky is she, though?
Pretty damn lucky, I must say. Yeah. I have to say,
not everybody wants to
lucky.
raise somebody else's
Pretty
child.
lucky, yes.
I know. I don't.
I didn't know if I wanted to do that. I didn't know if I was going to be able to handle that. And I did not know I was going to love that baby. I love that baby.
I actually understand as a mom. I wasn't sure if I even wanted a baby, but it's a different kind of love. It's an unselfish love. It's not a romantic love. And I think if anybody gets jealous of your love with the child, they're so wrong.
Yep.
Because it ain't got nothing to
do with you at all.
Exactly.
And I didn't expect him to love me the way he did. That relationship is just indescribable.
Please tell me it's still good to go.
Yes.
Amen.
Yes, it hasn't always been so good to go because in my recovery for 2 years, I didn't get to see him or talk to him.
Wow.
And so I only got to reconnect with him a little over a year ago. So that was intense because I was like 7 months in recovery. And I was sure that would be the thing to make me relapse.
There's no reason to relapse.
I know that now,
Okay, good.
but I didn't know that at first. When I came to recovery, I didn't even intend on any of this.
Well,
On the
how did you
recovery?
get to, like, what led up to the recovery?
Yeah,
I'm
so
curious.
me and his mom are going back and forth, making up and breaking up. But in 2016, we were supposed to get married.
Ooh, okay.
So we lived together. My baby's 5. Like, we're like, I'm on a skid. I see my baby every day. I don't know. I think something changed in me. I got tired of the making up and breaking up.
You
And
think?
we had said, when we decided to get married, we had said, we're not finna keep on showing the kid this is normal to keep making up and breaking up and not being solid. This is the last time, like, we're gonna play this game. And I feel like I probably could have played the game a little longer, but I was so heartbroken that last time. It was like, I gotta stand on business. Like, I can't. So once I decided that I really wasn't going back, it was like even a deeper level of heartbreak. And I remember when I moved out of the apartment with her and my son, and I got this little tiny apartment. It's a 2-bedroom. I kid you not, Peter. It was like the size of this room that we're in.
Wow.
And I was just so depressed. And I was still seeing my son, but she started to be iffy with him. And although we're on a schedule, now she's messing with the schedule and trying to pawn him off to other people instead of just me having him. And so in the times that I wasn't with him, I would drink. And I was boring. All I would do is work and have my son. So if I didn't have my son, I'm working and going home and drinking.
And drinking, yeah, by yourself, alone.
Yeah.
That's.
And if I hang out with somebody, 9 times out of 10, we're drinking. On a Friday at work, it's payday. There was nothing for me to look at a coworker and be like, let's go get wasted. And we would.
Yeah.
But it's like other people, I would drink with other people and they're fine. They have 1 or 2 or however many and they go home. And they probably go to sleep.
You didn't want to go home.
I go home and I continue to drink. Yeah. And I was happy at the bar with them, but now I'm sitting here with myself, still suppressing myself. Because at this time, I still didn't a lot of my friends didn't even know that I was trans at this time. So I was suppressing that. I thought my son's mom, I thought that she was the only and last person who would ever love me. I'm thinking nobody will ever accept me.
Do you think because of that you accepted bullshit?
For sure. Because the
I've seen
person
other
that
people do that. They'd rather, and I'm totally the opposite in a bitch way. I'd rather be alone than be unhappy with someone.
I'm that way now.
I'd rather do it all by myself. But I can't tell you how many women or men that I've seen cling to somebody just so they have someone.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'd rather live in a studio that big,
Yeah.
pay my own bills. I need my man, my dog. But other than that, I'm very independent too.
Yeah.
I never had a problem being with myself either. And I think that's from being an only child. But yeah, I think sometimes we put up with shit we don't deserve. And I'm sure before Justin, there was some moments.
Oh, yeah.
Peter's husband is flawless. But yeah. And I think We get what we accept sometimes.
For sure. For sure. And yeah, I was working a job and I started off as an assembler and ended up, I worked there for like almost 6 years. And in that time, I got promoted 4 times.
I love that.
Yeah, having a kid made me grow up. The things he would say to me, like, we're coming home from the grocery store. My hands are full of bags. And he's like, can you carry me? And I'm like, baby, like, son, my hands are full. Like, I can't carry you and all the bags. And he'd be with just all innocence. But you're so big and strong. And I'm so grateful for that relationship because had he not been saying those things to me, I would have just always thought, I'm not shit. I'm not going to be shit.
Mm.
And that's that. Because those are the things I would tell myself before him. So
for him.
For sure. If anybody likes the person that I am, thank that little dude.
And I'm going to tell you, children, right?
Yeah.
Are the most amazing things as long as you don't do them harm.
Yep.
They love you.
Yeah.
Like they love you for you. My daughter, that unconditional love was the most priceless thing. You're everything.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, and I feel like it's the only time I really did her wrong, but I went to prison when she was 2. And I remember when I came home, I was leaving to go to work and she's, are you going to be gone for little time or big time? And I was like, little time. No more big time. And I was only gone 6 months, but for a month. Are you going to be gone little time or big time? And I felt so bad about it. And I was like, I'm never going to be gone for big time again. Kept that promise. But I have to tell you, when I felt like that was the moment I did her wrong because I didn't do anything. And I made up for that moment for so long because the little time and big time. Yeah, luckily she doesn't remember any of that. She was so little, but she did when I first got home.
Yeah, she checked your ass.
She did. I'm going to tell you. And she tried to work me a little too with Barney, but we won't go into that.
Good for her.
I kicked Barney out the house. I'm just letting you know, but yeah.
So is that what sparked you to go into recovery, having your son look up to you that way? And
I didn't want him to feel how I felt as a kid. I didn't want him to see me in a certain light that I had seen other people.
Amen.
I didn't want to fuck him up.
Same.
And at least I was conscious enough to know that I was fucked up. I didn't know how to change that, but I knew I was. And I was trying not to fuck him up. And just strangely, I have always been on my best behavior with my son.
It's nuts. It's not strangely.
How I was able to do that.
It's called love. But yeah.
2020 rolls around.
COVID.
Yep. We start now. It's interesting because like right before shit hit the fan here, we got wind of it at my company. I was an MPI specialist, new product introduction specialist. So I worked with basically a purchaser. So I worked with a lot of vendors in China and other countries. And it was like, we're getting ready for the next launch. I'm keeping track of all these orders we have coming in. And like half of my vendors just stop responding.
Oh, wow.
And we don't know what's going on. And we start to hear what's going on in China, COVID and all that. We're like a little calmer. Let us know something, anything. Like factories are getting back. Everybody's going home. There's going to be 2 people in the factory working for all orders.
Wow.
This is going to take time, but we'll get it to you as quickly as possible. And then it seemed like they started to be good. And then it got here. It's made its way here. And then we started working from home.
Yeah.
Same. I worked for Sprint at the time, and we sent almost 500 people to work from home in 7 days.
Yeah.
Luckily, we had a work from home program, but it was like 40 people, and you had to do good to get to work from home. Like your stats had to be on point, but luckily the technology was there, and we just tripled it because people still needed their cell phone.
We didn't have that, and it was a shit show. And I remember I was starting to get stressed out. And me and my sister, my adopted sister, I met her at work. And this relationship is a blessing as well, because when I lost my damn mind and I didn't want to talk to anybody, including my family, this family took a hold of me and loved me and helped me and supported me and supported me and continues to support my recovery. Yeah, my sister, we shared a house and we worked at the same place. So we're both working from home. And I don't know what she was doing. I know we were both losing our shit, going stir crazy in the house. But I remember like making coffee and like putting a shot in it.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, this is a shit show. I got to have something to get through my day.
Yeah.
So I started doing that. And then fast forward to the day we got laid off. They literally, like, me and my sister got laid off like within 5 minutes of each other.
Oh my gosh.
When I was on the phone with my boss getting laid off, she had just gotten the call and she's off the phone now. So she's banging on my door. Quentin, guess what? And I'm on the phone getting laid off.
Oh my gosh.
I called one of my good friends at the time, and we thought that this it might be a thing. So it wasn't the biggest surprise, but I was in shock, and I did love that job a great deal. I went way further in that job than I thought I would. They really challenged me and raised me up, and I learned a lot at that job. And yeah, I was proud to be in the position that I was in at that job. And I remember that day, I call my good friend up and I tell her I got laid off. And she's, oh no. And we live like 5 minutes away from each other. She's, do you want to ride with me? We'll go to Walmart. I'm on my way to Walmart. I'll come get you. So she comes to get me. She's on her way. I'm throwing on some shoes. And I remember before I go out and get in the car, I take 2 shots. One of my coworkers, still one of my good friends who supports me in my recovery, she went to Mexico. And I told her, you bet not bring your ass back without me a souvenir. So she brings me a shot glass. And so I'm going to get a shot. I would naturally grab this shot glass. But several people who have saw this shot glass is like, fool, that is a double shot glass. So my shots, anytime I refer to taking a shot, it was that double.
Wow.
That double glass. So I take 2 of those. So 4 shots. And then I go get in the car. My friend has a bottle in the car.
Oh boy.
So we're taking shots on the way to Walmart. I don't even remember the Walmart trip. I don't know if I sat in the car, what we went to get. I remember that by the time she dropped me off back at home, I was wasted. I literally stumbled in the house, stumbled in my room, and passed out and went to sleep.
Wow.
And I realized how much of myself I gave to that job. All my issues I would ignore, and I would just work.
Oh, I understand.
And I would,
Peter understands too.
I'd be talking my vendors were in China, in other countries with different time zones. So I would be up at 5 o'clock in the morning at home before I went to the office working.
Understand.
And I would get to work and I'm the first one in the office working.
Well, and success feels
and
good.
I would be the last one to leave the office.
Yeah.
So it's now I have nothing to do.
You have all this time on your hands. What to do?
I'm getting unemployment, and I'm comfortably paying all my bills still.
Yeah.
But I have nothing to do. And I would still wake up at 5 a.m. because
Oh my gosh.
my body is just used to it now. And I would wake up at 5
I
and I
tried to
look
keep
at
a
my
routine.
phone and there's no more emails coming in. And I'm just depressed. And I don't feel like a man anymore. And the world already thinks, half of the world already thinks I'm not a man. I just was like down in the dumps. And I would get up at 5 a.m, walk into my garage, because I had I'm a painter. So I had all my paint set up in there. And I would go in the garage and look at a painting. Sometimes I would paint, sometimes I wouldn't. And I would just drink. And I would just drink until I passed out.
Yeah.
And that was the goal. I'm not sleepy. I'm sad. So I'm just going to drink until I get sleepy again.
And isolated.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I had a friend, and she would call me, and that is when I would wake up. So 5 o'clock, I'm drinking. It'd take me like a couple hours. Let's say by 7, I'm wasted, because I'm an obnoxious drinker too. So it's not like I'm going to make a drink and just simmer on it. No, I will take shots back to back and get fucked up. Like, very cool. Like, I want to, I used
you
to
would
think,
piss me off.
I would think, why drink if we're not going to get wasted? If I'll go hard or go home.
Yeah.
I would say that all the time.
That's some alcoholic thinking right there.
Right. People would be like, let's go get a drink. Bitch, I'm not having one drink.
Yeah.
I don't ever remember just having one drink. So, yeah, I'm just an obnoxious drunk.
I bet.
Yeah. And
I might have to beat you up.
yeah, you ever see me with a drink, you kick my ass, Julie.
I would
kick
just
my
so you know,
ass.
I am that girl.
You have full permission.
I will tell you, I don't think that's going to happen, but I think as long as you're part of the no matter what team.
For sure.
I've seen Peter go through cancer this year and he didn't have to drink. I've been through the worst shit of my life in sobriety.
Yeah.
And guess what? I don't drink. I don't use. I'm a IV drug user.
And you forget, or don't forget, I know you don't forget, Roger is my sponsor.
Right.
Oh, don't call. See what happens to you.
Man.
So
I already know.
you're down at the bottom, it seems. Do you
Out.
find your way out of that?
So one day I'm in my garage and I'm mad. And I'm just drinking. And it's like, the more I'm drinking, the madder I'm getting. And I got to go back a little bit, because in addition to the drinking, I developed another habit. So again, I'm trans. So I hadn't had top surgery yet. So in high school, when I would get mad, I would beat my chest. And as I grew into adulthood, I continued that. I would have moments where I'm mad, and that's what I would do. And because I like to fight. So it would be like, you can't just walk out the house kicking people's ass and starting fights. So I would use it as a tool to like not get myself in trouble. But that was the worst thing to do, was self-harm. That was crazy. And so I'm in the garage, I'm wasted, and I'm beating my chest. But I'm so drunk that I can't really feel it. Like, usually I would just do it a few times until it hurts, and then I'll stop. This night, it's like I'm not stopping, and I'm going on for quite some time. And I couldn't feel it, so I was doing it harder than I usually do. And after that, I guess I had enough of myself. So I go to sleep. I pass out after that. The next morning, I wake up, I'm in my room, in my bed, and I'm laying on my back. So I'm laying on my back and I lift up. And as soon as I lift up, my eyes just shot open and tears just like running down my face. Cause I'm like, I done fucked something up. And this is just a guess because I was too ashamed to ever go to the hospital to see. But I'm pretty sure I cracked my ribs.
Wow.
And I couldn't get out the bed. And I just laid there and just cried and cried for an hour. It took me so long to get out the bed because every little, the teeniest movement was just like somebody was stabbing me.
Mm.
And all I could think is, you did that to yourself. You did
Yeah.
that to yourself. And then I finally get up and I get out the bed and I go in the bathroom to look. And luckily, I slept with my shirt off. And because by this time, I had surgery. So even after having surgery, I'm still beating my fucking chest.
Mm.
So I go to the bathroom. I'm looking. My chest is all red and bruised up. And I'm just like, you're fucking insane, dude. You need to get some help. So that's what made me. I called the number on the back of my insurance card. But at this time, I'm still not thinking that I have a drinking problem. I think I have an anger problem.
Mm.
So if I can fix the anger,
So you didn't connect
then I won't be
alcohol with
so
the
drink.
anger?
Nope.
Interesting.
I'm thinking you just drink because you're so angry. If you weren't so angry, you wouldn't drink so much.
Interesting.
So stop being so angry and you'll just magically stop drinking so much. Like you haven't been drinking all damn day for well over all of 2020. From the time I got laid off, I drank every day.
A lot of people.
Until my clean date, which is in the end of 21. Yeah, I called the back of my card or whatever. And I'm like, talking to the lady, and I'm like, can you like hook me up with some mental health for like Black people? I said, I have Black people problems and I have trans people problems. Can you find anybody who can help with any of that? And she's, oh, sure. And she gave me the name of a couple places. And I just like the name Amani. And the Amani Center, that's a program, it's a CCC program. And I called them up.
When you say CCC, Central City Concern.
Yeah, Central City Concern.
I just wanted to make sure I knew what it was, but yeah.
So it's a culturally specific program within Central City Concern.
I love that.
Call them up and I have my intake and all that. I'm doing outpatient. Because like I said, I didn't mess up my housing or any relationships other than the one with me and definitely the one with God as well. And I'm still drinking because I just need mental health help. It's not the drinking, it's the anger.
Right.
And so I have to fill out all this paperwork. I have my intake meeting and all of that. And people keep asking me, are you here? So yeah, are you here for mental health and A&D or are you just here for what? And at first I'm like, I don't even know what A&D is for. What is that? And then once I find out, I'm like, oh no, that's not me.
It's definitely not ass and dick, okay?
Right. I'm just like, no, I don't have a problem. Nobody's ever told me I have a problem. So it must not be there. And then Miss Tori calls me to have one phone meeting that we needed to have. And she's like, so you're not addicted to anything. You don't have any problems. And I'm like, no, help me with my anger, lady. And she's, so you don't even drink. And I'm like, you know what? She had the sweetest little voice. I couldn't lie to this lady. I couldn't bullshit her. And I'm like, I have been drinking quite a bit lately. If you want to help me with that, I wouldn't say no. And she said, yeah, let's help you with that. And so, yeah, that's when I started my program. But if I'm honest, I was in the program still drinking. I'm an outpatient. Nobody's there to watch me. And I didn't learn anything about accountability yet. And again, I'm thinking I know everything. It's just my anger problem. So if I'm happy, so I tried to give myself little rules. If you drink when because you're so angry, then you can't do that anymore. But if you're happy,
You can party.
Celebrate. You can celebrate.
Oh boy.
Just
Here we go.
Just don't drink when you're mad. So of course it's Tuesday. Let's drink because it's Tuesday.
Oh, those rules we make up. I tell ya.
Yes, like insanity.
I actually can relate to that one, and I'll tell you why. I never ever drank when I had a problem because I was scared, because I seen the alcoholism, right? And I figured that if I didn't drink ever when I had a problem, I would never be a problem drinker. So I can understand what you're saying about drinking when you're happy, right? Because then it's only recreational and for festivity.
Right.
So I can go there with you on that. And I would like never think, oh, okay, you're getting high. Okay, but I'm not going to be a problem drinker.
Yep.
And I was scared to drink because of that. I'm not saying that I couldn't be. I believe I could be anything.
Yeah. So I'm in the program, and now I'm in these meetings. We're having these Zoom meetings. And
So you were in IOP, intensive outpatient?
And I've never dealt with my feelings.
It's hard.
So it's extremely hard. So I definitely can't handle your feelings, Peter. I can't even handle my own shit. So these people are on Zoom, and I'll never forget Danielle. That was my first friend in recovery.
Darnell?
Danielle.
Oh, I thought it was my Darnell.
Girl. So Danielle is on Zoom, and she's crying. And I think it was like her mom's birthday had just passed. And she said this is the first time she's ever clean and sober on her mom's birthday. And I'm like pacing in my living room. I'm not going to be able to do this shit. I'm not. No, I definitely need a drink after that. Listening to this is too intense for me. I had become a person who, if you cried around me, like I would definitely laugh. I'm that uncomfortable. I cannot go there with you. I'm not the person to be talking to about your shit. I just got to a point. I've suppressed myself so much. I can't handle your shit either.
I understand.
Absolutely not.
I'm a little like that today.
So
I have to like you to listen to your shit. Like, I can't just listen to random people.
yeah.
Seriously.
And I'm big on energy too. So yeah. I gotta be, you gotta have good juju to be around me.
I am good juju, but anyway.
You are.
No,
You have
yeah.
very good juju. Yeah.
That's what my mom called me. Yeah.
And I think I was still thinking about my son. And I don't know. I guess I caught the bug. I started to notice that these people are so happy. They're in recovery. They're showing us on Zoom their teeny tiny apartment, but they're happy every day.
Right.
And I have my own apartment now, and I'm miserable.
Yeah.
So I just said, maybe I'll start acting like how they act and do what they do. And maybe I'll get some of that. And even though I couldn't handle her crying, I thought my friend Danielle was pretty fly. I thought that was cool. I'm like,
She was
whoa.
honest.
Yeah.
And forthcoming.
Yeah. And I that was the first time I ever spoke on Zoom too. I said, "Hey, I think it's pretty cool. Like you just in a way gave the way I think. I'm like, you gave your mom a birthday gift.
Mm.
It's her birthday and you're still
Absolutely.
clean and sober." I said, I think you're pretty fly for that. Cause I knew I would be fucked up if my mom died and I'm gonna get fucked up. So I'm just like, I thought she was strong.
It is.
And then I would see her smiling all the time. And I was like, maybe. Because if I'm being completely honest, I was going to kill myself when I was drinking in the garage. And after I cracked my ribs, it was like evident, you are going to kill yourself, sir. So going to therapy was like my final attempt before I really attempt something bigger.
I'm so glad you did.
Me too.
This world would be a much worse place.
I know that now.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
I started taking my recovery more seriously. And I'm grateful for that because 7 months into me really not drinking and taking my program seriously, I'm not able to see my son anymore. And I'm not able to talk to him anymore. And that was the thing. I was doing this for my son. And I thought to myself, damn, now I can drink. But then I didn't want to. I'm like, I called Danielle. Danielle was supposed to call me that day anyway. We were going to have a conversation anyway. And so I was actually at my house sitting in my son's room. And I'm like, me and his mom just got into it. She's telling me I'm blocking you from everything. Don't contact him and all that. So I'm at my house sitting in my son's room. And I don't know what to do. And so I text Danielle, hey, didn't you say you were going to call me? She texts me right back. Okay, I'm on the other line right now. Give me like 10 minutes and I'm going to call you. I just sit there and don't move for 10 minutes because I know that I'm very impulsive. So I know I can't leave the fucking house. So I'm like, somebody got to keep me busy. And she calls me and we talk and I tell her what happened. She's a big ass crybaby. She cried harder than me on the phone. But I appreciated that so much because she told me, like, you don't have to drink. I got your back. We'll be in this together. Let's go to a meeting. I had several people who, you know, wrapped their arms around me and supported me through that because I did not know if I was going to make it through that.
That's the beauty of this program, the people in there and how much they care.
Yeah.
And
the change of thinking that happens is great because I started to have hope. So I started to think like, I can't drink because we know how you drink. So you know you're going to kill yourself. And you're a full-blown adult and you know that you still need your parents. So what if he still needs you later?
yeah.
You got to keep going. You got to keep your shit together.
Yeah.
So that's what would keep me going. When I hit my 1 year, I cried and cried all day. Because all I wanted to do is tell my son I had accomplished something big. And he was my biggest cheerleader. Anything. All those promotions I got, I was talking to my son about that. Son, I got interviewed for this day. I wanted a bigger job at my job.
Yeah, I have to tell you, I really understand that. I started out as Sprint as an agent and I was promoted a lot. In the last 11 years, I was an operations manager with more direct reports than my whole call center now. And because of the shame of getting in trouble and stuff, success was a really good feeling for me. And I wanted my child to be proud of me. My mom does this and my mom. And it was very rewarding. I do now know, and I have to tell you, it took me a long time. So you're doing way better. That it's like the basketball jersey, right? It's not the number that makes the man. It's
Right.
the man that makes the number. It's not the job that makes Julie. It's Julie that, and who was it? It was in this room. Somebody said, a job just pays my bills. AA is my job. Recovery is my job.
Yeah.
And our jobs just afford us to do that.
Yeah.
When I look at it that way, a job is secondary.
Yeah.
And it wasn't for me, Quentin. It wasn't. So I do understand that. And I think being a good example and being a good role model, when I came to AA, it was just to get off parole because I didn't want to be gone for big time
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
And somewhere around the 6-month mark, when I got off parole, I was like, we're at the crossroads. And I think that's what your 1 year was. And do I stay or do I go?
Yeah.
That was it for me. I
Yeah.
accomplished it. I'm off parole. And I went to the AA group and I felt comfortable, but they were a lot older than me, most of them. And so it wasn't like we hung out back then. That developed as time goes. But I will say that when I made the decision to stay, right? Because I was scared. I was so fucking scared that when I made the decision to stay,
Yep.
I was like, I can't leave. What am I going to do? Am I going to fuck up? Am I going to this? And it took a long time for me, even longer, like somewhere around where you are now,
Yeah.
to feel okay.
Yeah.
This is going to be okay. Yeah, it does. So if you're out there and you're new in recovery, stick around. The miracle doesn't always happen overnight.
For sure.
Rarely does it
takes
happen
work.
overnight.
Yeah.
It is. It's a job within itself. And it's hard.
Yeah.
It's not easy. And Peter, you know this.
And from 1 year to now, I've experienced even more things.
Wait till you're 20 years sober, my man. You're going to be like, do you know the shit I've been through? I went to
I
IOP.
can't wait till I can talk shit like that, Peter.
Well, let me tell you, I went to IOP at 25 years sober.
Yes.
Okay, try that on. Like,
Yep.
if you would have ever told me that, I would have been like, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing, like you said, mentally, physically, emotionally exhausted. And I would never put my hands on myself because I bruise too easy. But we can do self-harm in other ways.
For
Mhm.
sure.
So how you meet Roger?
Through GTD.
That's what I thought.
And I met GTD through Sharif, who I met at Lunch Bunch.
I know Sharif. That's awesome.
So I was still
My
early
Lunch
in
Bunch?
recovery. Yeah.
Okay. Not that I own it, but my lunch bunch.
Our Lunch Bunch.
Oh, no, but no, just kidding. No.
But
Lunch Bunch is one of the most accepting meetings. of all
I'm very
people.
grateful.
You and me both.
Because this is the most open I have been and felt like I've been able to be.
Right.
Is at Lunch Bunch.
Peter,
And
too.
were you going to Lunch Bunch within that first year or was that after? Yeah.
And
okay.
actually one of my first counselor that I had in my program, we would talk about trans issues and things like that. And she's, why don't you try an LGBT meeting? And I was like, wait, that's a thing? And she was like, yeah.
I'm laughing because I was there too. I was like,
I believe
what?
she's the one who helped me find Lunch Bunch.
And here's the thing about Lunch Bunch. There's not a lot of LGBT meetings listed. There's gay meetings, men's meetings,
Yep.
women meetings.
Yep.
But Lunch Bunch was one of the first listed for trans.
Yep.
We would have people come and say, there's only 2 meetings listed. And that would either be, or maybe 3, True Colors, Quest, and us. And I think the coolest thing about our group is that, one, it's been around.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get some long-term sobriety. And I think those examples are amazing, like the Rogers and whatnot,
Yeah.
for the new people.
Yeah.
You see them coming back. You see them still there. And I love that.
And it's possible.
Amen.
In my life, I feel like I need to see things happen to be able to believe it.
Mhm.
And so it's very nice and refreshing.
I'm glad
Like, look
you
at my grand sponsor.
So you want to hear something about your grand sponsor?
Yeah.
At my very first meeting I ever went to, I've known him the whole time. The whole time. And we're both from Boston. We both have one child, a daughter.
Yeah.
Like, your grand sponsor. And I love it because he's a mellow motherfucker. He's always been, and he's not a motherfucker, but he's a mellow mofo.
Yeah.
And he deals with Roger. Okay. And I love it because when Roger will say, oh, Zoom, and Scott will go, I go to Zoom. Roger will say something and Scott will say, and I love it. I love it because Roger and I go back and forth and I'll be like, listen, mofo, this is the only meeting I can make after working all day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever he gets on me, I'm like, I've been to 5 meetings this week. They're just not all with you. Yeah. I love him though, with all my heart.
Me too.
He's invested. He's invested for sure. And there's a lot of newcomers that he has helped. He's so open to the newcomer. And
Roger,
he's
for
genuine.
sure, has kept me sober. I've learned a lot from him. We've done some good work together. But if nothing else, I'm going to stay sober because I can't hear his fucking mouth. The nagging that I would have to deal. I'm just not doing that to myself, Peter. I'm just done with making shitty situations
He's
for
not
myself.
even my
I'm just
sponsor.
not doing
And
it. Like,
I have to be like, listen, daddy.
for
you
real.
know?
Like,
You know
like,
how he got the name daddy? It was really...
I got an idea.
No,
Yeah.
it's not that. So Tony Z, twin, my brother, Roger has both of us and we're twins. We're born on the same day. And one night Tony was at the penthouse in the high rise and Tony posts a picture of him and Roger in the view behind at night. And he's at daddy's house, just being funny. And Roger's, you better take that down now. People are going to get the wrong idea. Oh, but
Roger got embarrassed.
Are you ready for this? Me and Izzy had already seen it. And we're like, yo, bro, did you see that picture? And Roger's, I told him to take it down. I was like, man, once
Too
it's
late
out,
now.
it's I was like, so daddy. So that's when I started calling him daddy. And then Tony started calling him daddy. And then we figured out that we were born on the same day. So we're like, daddy has twins.
Yep.
And the night that I learned about the shot, right, that he got shot,
Yeah.
we were out at pizza, me, him, and Tony. And we walked by Hoda's. And I was like, there's your restaurant, because daddy is a hoe, because he had gotten shot picking up some hoe, basically. Yeah, because he was mad at his boyfriend. And that story to me is everything.
Yeah, he
But
told me that story a long time ago. And I went home. Oh, my God.
I told him that's what you
Rogers-
get for being a hoe.
Yeah,
But no.
Rogers lived a life for
He
sure.
has, and you know what? God had a purpose for him.
For
Right.
sure.
And it was to be exactly who he is in AA.
Yeah.
And he's consistent.
Yes. And that's needed,
It is.
especially in a sponsor. I didn't get with Roger until after my 1 year. And I wanted a sponsor because I wanted to start my steps, but I was scared to have a sponsor because I'm like hearing in all these meetings, like people beefing with their sponsor.
Oh.
So I'm like, I don't know why just coming into recovery, I just thought like everybody's good and everybody's good to each other.
But it's
and like, there's
principles before personalities.
I
Thank
didn't
God.
realize that we are still human and we're addicts
I didn't get
without the
a sponsor
drugs
until a
anymore.
year.
So
Yeah.
we're even crazier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't click for me in the beginning. So
I didn't get a sponsor until a year. The first 2 people said no to me. And I never beefed with my first sponsor ever.
I asked Roger to be my temporary sponsor when I first asked him because I was like,
In case it didn't work.
Izzy was like, don't you need a sponsor? Roger sponsors people. So I watched Roger after that. I didn't ask him right then and there. I watched him because I knew I'm going to have to deal with this fucker. Can I deal with this fucker? Like long term? Can I open up to him? Will he be respectful? And I'm black. Will he listen to me with these black people problems and these trans people problems? So
kudos to him for that. Right
for
there.
sure.
Yeah.
For
Mhm.
sure. And yeah, when I asked him, I think he took me, we went to dinner one night. And I asked him there. He went to the bathroom like he always does every 5 fucking minutes.
With his fucking backpack.
Yes.
I understand.
And so I said to myself,
Daddy's listening right now, but
yep.
okay.
And I told myself, I was like, I'm gonna ask him and just see what he says. And I was like, he's taking me to lunch, so he must have to like me a little bit. But yeah, I asked him, and with just hopes of just for a little bit, just to get me started. But at this point, we never even talked about it since. We never put a time on it. And at this point, Roger's fucking stuck with me.
That's
No.
That
awesome.
fucker's not leaving me.
Well, and I have to tell you, when you get somebody that's there, that does the work, holds you accountable, but
Yeah.
loves you.
Yeah.
Because there's a fine line between both.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I know Roger's not going to let me fuck up. He's not going to let me fall.
And I'll tell you this about him. I don't really trust a lot of people. And this is wrong, probably. Like, I really trust Peter and I really trust my sponsor. But we went to launch the podcast. We had already started it, but we were going to officially launch it at
yeah.
North Coast Roundup. And I'm still working, running a division of this company. And I had to be to work on Sunday morning. And I drove down with Colette. For the first time, I like shared a hotel room with somebody, but I got one with a living room and a bedroom, and because like I'm weird and I can't really hang out with you in that space, and I did, and it went well. But I counted on Roger to meet me there to get me home,
Yeah.
and he drove all the way there for us to hear Colette speak and to drive me home,
Yeah.
and that's some trust right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, some real trust.
Didn't he run out of gas though, or almost on the way
Dude.
home?
Oh, shit.
We're 30 miles out of the beach, and he goes, I probably should have got gas before we left. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he goes, yeah, we got enough. And I'm like, seriously. And I'm like, I got AAA, but I don't know if they'll come this far. Like, I'm
Right.
trying to plan. And my boss is a challenge. Not
Yeah.
allowed to talk about that company. But I'm worried I can't be late and
Yeah.
whatnot. The next morning, I am the boss.
Yeah.
I am the one. Anyway, we had the light on. He didn't tell me that the gas light came on.
Whoa.
Yeah, because I would have freaked.
Yeah.
And I'm like, AAA will get us. I'll still get home tonight. I'm like panicking. And we come to this gas station, and this gas station looked like it had dead people in these
Oh,
cars
man.
that were stacked. And I'm going to use the bathroom. And I'm like, here? And
Whoa.
do you need a snack? I'm not getting out of this car here, Roger. I'm staying right here. And like the place looked dirty. And it was not one of the regular gas stations. Like I never seen this one before.
Yeah.
But we got gas and we made it home. And he goes, I know you would have told everybody. And I said, I'm still telling everybody. So he is a good man, and I'm glad you have him.
Yeah.
I'm
for
glad
sure.
Sharif got you to the meeting as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's down at Portland State doing big things.
Hell yeah. I'm going to be like Sharif when I grow up.
Awesome.
Yeah. Sharif is a scholar, like really fucking smart. But yeah, I'm grateful for the day. I was in Lunch Bunch, and I'm new to this. I had only been there a few times because I'm still getting used to speaking in front of a room full of people or
Yeah.
being more outgoing. I had been so shut in for so long. It was a work in progress.
Do you
And it still
find
is.
it always is? And if you think you got it together, man, let me tell you, you're wrong. I'm just saying
Mhm.
you're never going to be recovered. We're in recovery. It's a journey. It's not
Yeah.
a race. But do you think, and this is true for me, I was extremely reserved as well. Okay, outgoing, but reserved on feelings. Do you think when they start to come out, it's whoa, and it's still that way since you were reserved for so long?
It's literally still that way.
Yeah.
I am noticing that I get overwhelmed even with the happy feelings. A good thing happens. I don't even know how to fucking handle that. I'm damn near crying about everything. I'm in my crybaby phase right now.
So I do it all the time.
Like,
Peter
my
tell
son
you.
texts me back in the morning and is, oh, love you too. I'm crying. Like, the smallest things.
Do you know I just got a dad 5 years ago for the very first time? The first time I ever celebrated Father's Day was at Peter's house right here.
The family of choice.
It was that day that we
Yeah.
decided to do the podcast. And it was, my dad died when I was young and he wasn't really there. I only remember 3 times with him. And my first sponsor was a great role model. And I learned the word trust with him. And we were good friends, but we didn't go to holidays together. He had his own people and I had my daughter and whatnot. But my sponsor now, and it's like your situation, but different. And I feel like I came out of the vagina he doesn't have. We both have red on the face, rosacea. And I'm like, I get that from my dad. When I got diagnosed with diabetes, I was like, my dad's diabetic.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And we celebrated Father's Day, first Father's Day I ever celebrated here with Peter. And it was like a perfect day. And now every holiday, I didn't always look forward to them. I do now.
Yeah.
I'm going to my dad's house. My dad's making cornbread stuffing for me. My dad's making sweet potatoes with the little pineapple.
Yeah.
My dad stopped by today and bought me one of those mugs because someone stole mine at the meeting. But yeah, and AA has brought me the dad I never had.
Yes.
At 56 years old, 55 years old. Who would have thought?
It's never too late. I listen to a lot of podcasts and interviews, and if there's a celebrity I like, might pay attention to any interview if they've done. And there's an actress named Jennifer Lewis. She's an older actress.
It's my last name.
She played in have you ever seen the movie What's Love Got to Do with It? Tina Turner movie.
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
Jennifer Lewis is the one who played her mom, who played Angela Bassett's mom. She's like a real like animated person, and she does she's an activist, and she's wrote a book, and she's funny. She's a comedian as well. So anyway, just a real interesting, smart lady. And I listened to one of her interviews, and she spoke of how because of her career, she never had biological kids and she never got married. And she said, I have an adopted daughter, though. And she said, she told the daughter, if ever I don't give you what you need, go find it. And that's what recovery has taught me. I feel like a lot of us have ended up here because of what we did not have. And instead of going out to find it, we stewed on it in a bag of drugs or a bottle of liquor.
I like that.
Me too.
We always ask towards the end of the interview for words of wisdom. We don't need to now.
Yeah,
you
that
just
was
said
it.
The best line ever.
And you know what? It's true. And I will tell you, whether they say on the promises, they may come quickly, they may come slowly.
Right.
For me, it's a little slow to get, seriously, it's been a lot of work. But in dealing with memories, hardest thing I've ever done. But I do think through the program, I've gotten a brother, a father, a wife, my daughter back who just celebrated 18 months sober.
Yeah.
Who was just like you. She was a binge drinker. So I do think you can get what you don't have.
Yeah.
I think your son's really lucky.
I think so too.
Now he's back in your life full time now. That's awesome.
His mama better not mess with you either.
I'm very lucky.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? She's actually been cordial lately. So we're just going to be for that.
I was going to say, just do what needed for the child.
Roger says gracefully kiss her ass, but we've already talked about that. It'll be none of that. But respect is happening and all is well so far.
And here's the thing.
That's great.
Your child, hopefully she realizes that this is important to him. It's not about you and her. It's about him.
Yeah. And that is what was said. When she reached out to me, she did say, I think he's old enough now to make his own decisions about that relationship. So y'all figure it out.
I love that.
So it's been very nice figuring it out. And he's the best dude ever.
I want to give you a real quick shout out in case our listeners don't know, because I don't think they do. You have your own photography business.
I do.
Because I've been in so many of your damn pictures. It's just it's ridiculous.
You out here in these streets. You come to our events. You support us. So
that's right.
I am out in the streets.
You're going to be in these pics.
Yeah, no, I just wanted our listeners to know, because you do take fabulous pictures.
Thank you.
And I just wanted to put that out there. We like to support
cucumberstudios.com.
There we go. That's what we were looking for.
Oh my God. I didn't know that part.
Yeah.
Just wanted to put that out there because
I'll put a link in the show notes too.
Yeah.
Cucumber Studios on Instagram. Can I just speak to GTD one more time?
Yes. We'll close with that. How's that?
Okay. So I'm still a work in progress. The good Lord is not done with me yet. So 4 years in, I'm still dealing with seasonal depression. And this is just not my time of the year. And for Thanksgiving, I feel like I was just in a stressful mood and just not wanting to be around people. Me and my family are cool now, but sometimes it's uncomfortable being around the underlying issues, family histories. This cousin don't get along with that cousin.
It's not a kumbaya moment.
Yeah. And I've always been sensitive, but I'm way more sensitive now because I feel all the feels now. I don't suppress them anymore. Right. I used to get a piece of a feeling and immediately go drink. I don't do that anymore. I have to feel all the feels, and it comes when it comes, and I got to do what I got to do. So I thought that I just wanted to be alone on Thanksgiving. And my running group, GTD, has a Friendsgiving annually. And I wasn't able to make it last year. But this year, I saw that they were doing it, and I was still in my little rut. I'm just staying home. I really don't want anybody to talk to me. I just want a day to myself. I'm always working or going to school or doing something. I just want to be by myself. And I'm in the group chat, and I see that a couple of them are going to run Thanksgiving morning.
Probably.
Val wasn't there. I think she ran somewhere else, though.
Okay.
She ran somewhere else. She didn't come to the track, but we were doing a track run. And I had realized, like, I celebrate monthly my milestones. So on the 26th of every month, I go celebrate and buy myself a delicious treat because I deserve it. Because I'm being because I'm being a big boy. Roger took me to Loretta Jean's. So
pie.
Sometimes I gotta give me some pie.
Some lemon blueberry pie.
I got a few spots that I'll pop into when I hit a milestone. So I was like, fucker, go run. You just hit another milestone. So I went running with them Thursday morning. And then Friday, I got up. I said, I'm going to Friendsgiving today. And what I realized is I didn't want to be alone the holidays.
Yeah.
But it was required that I wanted to be at a safe space.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm so grateful for my group. I haven't had the first day I ran with them, I was scared. I messaged Izzy on Facebook. He was super short, 5:30 at the waterfront. by the cherry blossoms. And I was like, man, should I have mentioned that I was black? Are these people going to like me? Like, I'm trans. I like to run with my shirt off. Are they going to be tripping about my scars?
No.
Just so many things that I was afraid of. And I've been so happy to be wrong in my recovery.
Yeah.
And Mr. Marathon Runner now.
Yes. I have 21 medals.
Wow.
And I've gotten them all with GTD.
I have 2
Hell yeah.
from the 5K run last year and the 5K run this year. But I will say, on the GTD note, Izzy was the first one to put our logo on a shirt.
And
Really?
for me.
Yeah, and
Same
then
for me.
this year, my company and our logo were on the same shirt.
Yep.
And I just knew, true story, and really quick because we're taking way too much time. But I'm at my new job, right? It's the first time I'm not the boss in 25 years.
What?
Yes. Okay.
Oh, man.
And it was, so I'm at the company and I'm going to tell you the first 60 days, 90 days in training. Oh my God. I do not like it. Okay.
Yeah.
And it wasn't about being the boss. I just didn't like it. And it's hard. So I'm praying and I'm praying, please give me a sign. Please let me know this is the right place. Cause I had a different offer.
Yeah.
And when you get a job, all the offers start coming in. I prayed this for a whole week. Just please let me know this is the right thing. I'm traveling an hour there, an hour back, an hour for lunch. These are 11-hour days. This is when Peter's in cancer treatment, right?
Yeah.
And I'm trying to be respectful and not bug the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
And I'm used to being with him 5 days a week, 4
Yeah.
days a week.
Yeah.
And I prayed and asked for a sign. Swear to God, that day, that week, I get a message from Izzy and he's, bitch, I'm coming to your company today. Come downstairs and take pictures with us. Swear to God, I have my GTD shirt on and my sweatshirt because I like to match him up. And he had gotten me new shoes for school, for work. And so I go down to the lobby. I meet Kathy that day. You met her at the last fundraiser. So my company is sponsoring Izzy and something I believe in. And I'm like, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it
Yeah.
changed. I swear to God, that day, it changed for me. And I'm like, the job is hard. It might not be the greatest, but you're in the right place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't feel bullied.
Yeah.
You don't feel pressured. You feel like you can be yourself.
For sure.
And those things are very important. to
Very
me.
important.
Yeah. I definitely gained a whole nother family.
Yeah.
And they call, they check in with me. I'm going to Ryan's house after this for game night. Like,
I
Nice.
love that.
so-
I love that. I've seen since the beginning TJ, who's going to be on
I
our
love
show soon.
TJ.
That's my man.
Baby.
That's my man too.
I love
And
TJ.
I've seen him since the beginning. I seen him when he was taking the bus to Coda to 4, okay, not driving and showing up. And yeah, I've seen some good
I
things.
love TJ.
We'll end with that. More to come.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it so much. And your
Yes.
story was so heartfelt and warming. I think people will really relate to it. So appreciate that. Appreciate your
I
honesty
think
and
all
openness.
people can relate to it too.
Yeah.
There's so many different aspects
Yeah.
where somebody can relate to. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is Julie.
I want to come back too.
Okay.
After let me get a little more famous, and then I'm gonna come back, and then I'll
do
have
that.
more to tell you.
We'd
Yeah.
love to have you back. That'd be
So-
awesome.
At,
you wanna-
at least I'm speaking it into existence. At minimum, I'll come back at my 8 years.
It's perfect.
So
So,
my 4 years is double.
you know, today we released my second part, just me, and it's from the first story when me and Peter sitting in my kitchen, and I don't know what to say. I haven't been on a podcast, but I share my story publicly
Yeah.
and didn't worry about the business aspect. And I'm still running a division of a company, right? And Peter and I felt like we were stripping naked and we were on a pole in front of the United
Telling our-
States of America.
Yeah.
But then the stuff I went through from that day until we shared the second part in the last 3 years. Whoa. And so I came back for a second time with an update, and it was a lot. Let me tell you, the growth in the last 3 years has bazoopled.
Definitely inspirational to anyone listening. Yeah.
I'm the grateful one. Through every story, I grow a little more.
Yeah. I can see that.
I love it. Okay, thank you. This is Julie for the Real Recovery Podcast.
And this is Peter here with Quentin. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you all for listening.
Thank you.
That's a wrap on today's episode. Thanks to each and every one of you for lending us your ears and hearts. Your engagement is what fuels our passion and keeps this podcast thriving.
We cherish the moments we share here and hope they resonate with you, whether you're on a daily commute, at the gym, or just taking a moment for yourself.
Make sure to head over to our website at realrecoverypodcast.com. While you're there, subscribe to our newsletter for the latest insights and uplifting stories from our community delivered straight to your inbox.
Click that subscribe button on your favorite podcast player too, so you can keep up with every new episode. It's your support that keeps our conversation alive and meaningful.
And if our stories have touched you, consider using the donate button on our site. Your contributions, no matter the size, are deeply appreciated. They help us continue our mission of sharing hope and healing.
Join us beyond the podcast and follow our journey on social media. Find us on Instagram, Facebook, and on X, formerly known as Twitter. All the links are on our site, so you can stay connected and be a part of the Real Recovery community every day.
Your likes, shares, and comments not only spread the message of recovery, but also remind us that we're all in this together.
So, until we meet again, remember that recovery is a journey, not a destination, and we'll be here to accompany you every step of the way to recovery, real recovery.
Thanks for listening.